networking, and we are going to discuss networking in detail from the basics. And when we talk about net networking, we need to first understand what is a network. So, if we define a network, then a network is consist of two or more devices, computing devices, connected together, and the purpose of connecting those two devices so that they can communicate and share the resources. Resources means any hardware resources or any software resources, means we can share files also, we can share printer also. So this is the basic objective of networking. So uh, here you can see a diagram of network also. Like you may able to see that there are certain computers, and one printer is connected through a network, and then without network, the point is why the networking is required. So first thing is for sharing information, and without network we can say if we just wanted to share information or communicate information from one network, one device to another device, we used to have some devices which can store data, and we need to use that device to transfer data. So might be floppy, CD, or pen drives can be such devices where we can use those devices to transfer data from one device to another device if those devices are not connected with the network. And if there is a networking, so there is no requirement of such devices in terms of data transfer. All the computers or computing devices like tablets or laptops or mobiles can be connected using some network, and without using any such mobile devices, we can share and transfer data using network medium. So when we talk about network, uh, so network gives a power to share information effectively between multiple devices. And another which is important aspect of creating networking is that we can share hardware also via the network. So we can share hardware or we can share software also. So as you may able to see in the diagram, that in the first diagram, if there is no network, then there are multiple computers are there, and for each computer we need to install a different printer to take a printout, because all the computers are independent, not connected with the network. And if we connect those computers with the network in such a scenario, we can share uh, a single printer across the network, and every user use that printer to take the printout. And for such a scenario, we should have a centralized administration and support, and we can create internet based network, or we can create intranet based network also. So we can talk about types of network here, how many kinds of network, and there are different categories on the basis of different parameters. Uh, like we can classify network on the basis of transmission media, means some of the network are the wired network, and some of the network are wireless network. फॉर एग्जांपल जो आप लोग कंप्यूटर लैब्स में या ऑफिसेज में देखते हैं वो सब वायर्ड नेटवर्क होते हैं, मींस वहाँ पे मल्टीपल कंप्यूटर्स किसी ना किसी पर्टिकुलर केबल से कनेक्टेड होते हैं, और तब एक नेटवर्क फॉर्म होता है। और अलग अलग टाइप की केबल्स हैं, जैसे कि आप यहाँ पे देख रहे हैं, यूटीपी, कोएक्सियल केबल्स, फाइबर ऑप्टिक केबल्स एंड सो ऑन। UTP means unshielded twisted pairs, and the second category is the wireless network, which can be, you can say, uh, infrared network, Bluetooth network, or satellite network, microwave networks, shortwave networks. These all comes under the wireless network category. Second category is based on the network size, means what is the size of network. uh, Differentiate between multiple network, like we can have two broad categories, LAN and WAN. Nowadays we can also talk about MAN. So LAN is a local area network, which is small in size. As compared to LAN, there is a wide area network, which is a bigger network, and you can say it's a combination of multiple small network, and you can say it is spread all over the countries, across the countries. And LAN could be limited to a particular city, or up to few kilometers and to a building. And metropolitan area network is a mid-sized network which might be spread across a particular metropolitan area or mid-sized city. Then there is a third type of category of network, which is to be called as based on management method, means how we can manage the network. So there are also two type of category in management method. One is peer-to-peer and another one is client-server technology. So in peer-to-peer, there are all computers are at the same level, and in the client server, there is a hierarchical connection between client and server. We can talk about these different types detail in the coming slides. And the last one is on the basis of the topology, means on the basis of connectivity and the uh, formation of the network, like bus topology, star topology, or ring topology. So if a computers are connected into a straight line using a particular cable, then we should say it is a bus topology. So these are the four basic categories of networks. So we can say there are the different kinds of network, and then now we can talk about in detail about these different categories of network. So when we talk about transmission media, so transmission media क्या है, जो दो या दो से ज़्यादा कंप्यूटर्स को कनेक्ट करता है। जैसा हमने बात की थी कि ट्रांसमिशन मीडिया के बेसिस पे दो कैटेगरी है, वायर्ड और वायरलेस। तो सबसे पहले हम वायर्ड नेटवर्क की बात कर रहे हैं, जिसमें हम बात कर रहे हैं कि वायर्ड नेटवर्क मींस गाइडेड। गाइडेड मींस जिसमें वायर या केबल्स के थ्रू हम नेटवर्क को कनेक्ट करते हैं। दूसरा है अनगाइडेड, जिसको हम रेडियो वेव्स, माइक्रोवेव, इंफ्रारेड, साउंड, सोनार, सैटेलाइट, इससे कनेक्ट करते हैं। तो वायर और वायरलेस को हम गाइडेड और अनगाइडेड के नेम से भी स्पेसिफाई कर सकते हैं। सो फर्स्ट वी डिस्कस अबाउट द गाइडेड मीडिया। गाइडेड मीडिया में हमारे पास सबसे पहली जो कैटेगरी है वायर की, वो है ट्विस्टेड पेयर केबल्स। ट्विस्टेड पेयर केबल्स क्या है, आप लोगों ने देखे भी होंगे, जो दो केबल्स एक दूसरे के ऊपर ट्विस्ट किए हुए होते हैं, उनको हम ट्विस्टेड पेयर केबल्स बोलते हैं। इसमें भी दो कैटेगरी होती है। फर्स्ट इज अनशील्डेड ट्विस्टेड पेयर, मींस डायरेक्ट दो केबल्स हैं, जनरली कॉपर केबल्स हैं, एंड covered with the single plastic coated, and then those are twisted on each other. अब जो आफ्टर ट्विस्टिंग इनके ऊपर कोई आउटर प्लास्टिक शील्ड नहीं है, इसलिए इनको बोलते हैं अनशील्डेड ट्विस्टेड पेयर केबल्स। इसी में एक दूसरी कैटेगरी है जिसमें इन ट्विस्टेड वायर पेयर्स के ऊपर एक प्लास्टिक की शील्ड लगी हुई होती है, इसको हम बोलते हैं शील्डेड ट्विस्टेड पेयर केबल्स। सो गाइडेड या वायर्ड नेटवर्क के ट्रांसमिशन मीडिया में हमने तीन कैटेगरी की बात की है अभी: ट्विस्टेड पेयर केबल, कोएक्सियल केबल और फाइबर ऑप्टिक। एंड देन अगेन ट्विस्टेड में दो कैटेगरी है, अनशील्डेड ट्विस्टेड पेयर एंड शील्डेड ट्विस्टेड पेयर। तो हम सबसे पहले इन तीनों में ट्विस्टेड पेयर की बात करेंगे डिटेल में। सो यू कैन सी अ डायग्राम इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू, जहाँ पे आप देख पा रहे हैं कि एक ब्लैक कलर का केबल है जो कॉपर केबल है, इसका ये इंसुलेटर है। और कॉपर या एल्यूमिनियम भी हो सकता है, कोई भी इंसुलेटर हो सकता है, जिसके ऊपर आपने एक प्लास्टिक शील्ड कोट की हुई है। एंड अगेन देयर इज अनदर केबल विद द ब्लू कलर, इसके ऊपर भी एक ब्लू कलर की केबल, ब्लू कलर की प्लास्टिक शीट रैप की हुई है। एंड आफ्टरवर्ड्स दीज टू वायर आर ट्विस्टेड ऑन ईच अदर, and this is the first category, unshielded twisted wire pair. And these wires can be used to form wired network. And यदि हम इसको ट्विस्ट नहीं करेंगे तो इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक नॉइस जो यदि किसी वायर के पास से उसका सोर्स होगा, तो इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक नॉइस जिसका वायर के पास सोर्स होगा वो डिस्टरबेंस या इंटरफेरेंस क्रिएट कर सकती है, डेटा को करप्ट भी कर सकती है। जैसे आप यहाँ डायग्राम में भी देख पा रहे हैं, एक ऊपर वायर के पास एक नॉइस सोर्स है। सो इफ एनी, जो डिसएडवांटेज है कि इफ एनी नॉइस सोर्स इज नियर टू दोज वायर्स, सो दे कैन करप्ट योर डेटा which is traveling through these wire. Then the category of unshielded twisted wire pair, where you may find plenty of twisted wire pair cables, and those are covered under a plastic cover. And generally in a sample UTP cable, you may find 5 unshielded twisted wire cables, जिसमें कुछ मेटल के इंसुलेटर होते हैं और फिर एक दूसरे पे इंसुलेटेड 5 पेयर्स होते हैं ट्विस्टेड वायर के, और इनको कंबाइंडली एक बाहर प्लास्टिक की शीट से कवर कर दिया जाता है टू रिड्यूस द नॉइस सोर्स इंटरफेरेंस विद द ट्विस्टेड वायर पे। तो यदि आप इसको इस प्लास्टिक शीट से कवर कर देंगे, तो यदि आपका वायर किसी भी नॉइस सोर्स या इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक फील्ड के आसपास से पास हो रहा होगा, तो इस चीज़ के कम चांस होंगे कि आपका डेटा करप्ट हो जाए, अनटिल अनलेस बहुत पावरफुल सोर्स होगा तो बात अलग है, बट इट गिव्स यू अ मैकेनिकल प्रोटेक्शन। Then again we are having a second category of twisted wire pair, shielded twisted wire pair. shielded twisted wire pair में आप लोग देख पा रहे हैं कि यहाँ पे दो कॉपर के इंसुलेटर कवर हैं इंसुलेशन से, और फिर इन वायर पे इंसुलेशन के बाहर भी एक कवर है जिसको हम मेटल शील्ड यहाँ पे डिफाइन कर रहे हैं, और सबसे आउटसाइड में एक प्लास्टिक कवर है। सो दिस काइंड ऑफ वायर इज टू बी सेड शील्डेड ट्विस्टेड वायर पेयर। ये आपके जो अनशील्डेड ट्विस्टेड वायर पेयर है उसकी डिसएडवांटेज को रिजॉल्व करने के लिए बनाए गए हैं। ये आपको जो आउटर इंटरफेरेंस है उसको रिजॉल्व करते हैं और आपके डेटा को करप्ट होने से बचाते हैं। So these are the 6 categories, different categories on the basis of the UTP cables quality. जैसे फर्स्ट कैटेगरी में आप देख रहे हैं कि लोएस्ट क्वालिटी है, सबसे चीप है, लेकिन इसमें डेटा ट्रांसफ़र रेट बहुत लो है। और जो सेकंड कैटेगरी है उसमें अप टू 4 Mbps है। थर्ड कैटेगरी में कुछ फीट तक ही है, और दिस इज़ अप टू 10 Mbps. Similarly, fourth category में up to 16 Mbps, and in the fifth category it could be 100 Mbps. And now Cat 5 is in category 6, where it is up to 1 Gbps speed can be achieved using these OTP cables. So the point is why the twisted wire pair cables are choose, because of its less cost portion. It is a less cost consuming. So यदि आपकी रिक्वायरमेंट ऐसा कुछ है कि आपको एक स्मॉल एरिया में नेटवर्क फॉर्म करना है, और जो वेंडर है उसका बजट कम है और उसकी रिक्वायरमेंट भी बहुत ज़्यादा हाई स्पीड पे डेटा ट्रांसफ़र की नहीं है, और ऐसा कुछ केस है, तो आप ट्विस्टेड वायर पेयर केबल्स यूज़ कर सकते हैं अकॉर्डिंग टू द रिक्वायरमेंट, और उस हिसाब से दिस वुड गिव्स यू अ बेटर परफॉर्मेंस इन लो बजट। और इसकी जो भी डिफरेंट कैटेगरीज हैं, 6 कैटेगरीज हैं, उनमें से कोई सी भी एक कैटेगरी आप रिक्वायरमेंट के हिसाब से चूज कर सकते हैं। नेक्स्ट जो कैटेगरी है वो है आपकी कोएक्सियल केबल। दिस इज बेटर देन योर फर्स्ट ऑप्शन ऑफ वायर ट्रांसमिशन मीडिया। देखिए फर्स्ट ऑप्शन था ट्विस्टेड वायर पेयर, and this is a coaxial cable. Generally you may able to see these cables into dish TV networks also, and this gives you better quality of the signal as compared to twisted wire pair, because it carries a high signal frequency up to 100 kilohertz to 500 megahertz, and it gives you a better design in terms of protection from the data interference. So इसमें कॉपर या मेटल का कंडक्टर है which is covered with 2 insulators and 1 conductor shield, and this all is covered in the plastic cover. So this complete whole uh, wire into a most protective wire as compared to UTP cables, and it carries multiple high frequency signals and high speed data transfer also. So this is much better than coaxial cable, and generally it used in such a scenario, like you may able to see even for cable TV network and dish TV network, this cable is used. So this is much reliable network cable. Third category is optical fiber. So this is the most sophisticated and high speed communication wired medium, and this works totally on a different technology. So earlier two were used a different technology, and optical fiber cable used optical rays to transfer your data from one place to another place. So it works on speed of light, because the speed of light is highest in this universe. So we used glass and some fiber material to create this optical fiber, and it works on the principle of the refraction, where light ray bending when it enters into a less dense medium of optical fiber and refracted with the critical angle, and when the reflection occurred, so it it again turn and again travel across the fiber cable. So it's a basic design of optical fiber you may able to see in the diagram, where optical uh, rays are entered from one place and reflected inside the optical fiber and travel with the speed of the light. So inside there is a core area which you may able to see in a blue color. So this core area is a denser material, and outside there is a cladding area which is less dense material, which is provide a certain kind of protection to the core area, and it is a fastest medium in today's time to transfer data. So currently you may able to see all the mobile networks are on optical fiber, all the internet broadband networks are on optical fiber, and it also has a different qualities as per the requirement of speed of data transfer. And here you may able to see the source of data transfer is a light, so it should require common light source, and then light bounce back into the core, and data is transferred along with the light. In this there are certain advantage of optical fiber and certain disadvantages. So uh, I think most of the properties of optical fiber are advantageous for network forming, because it has a noise resistance, because a noise cannot interfere and corrupt the data which is traveling inside the optical fiber. It has a less attenuation as compared to other guided media, and it provides higher bandwidth. So most advantageous point is higher bandwidth. You can transfer in terabytes and gigabytes data from optical fiber, and the speed is very satisfactory in terms of that. And the most negative point is cost, because optical fiber is too expensive as compared to coaxial cable and your twisted wire pair. So it only can use at the to establish core network, and if the and all required when the according to the vendor requirements. And the second disadvantage is installation and the maintenance, because the installation or and maintenance of the optical fiber is much more delicate as compared to coaxial cable and the twisted wire pair. So these are the certain advantages and disadvantages of optical fiber. Then we talk about second category of the network, which is on the basis of the size. We just talked about on the basis of wired medium, and this is the second category where we are talking about on the basis of size. So LAN and the WAN, these are the two broad category on the basis of the size. In the LAN, we can say it's a local area network. It's a small network, works for short distance of area like room, floor, or a building, where we need to establish an limited number of computers, and we need to cover a particular small distance. And generally, we use one kind of topology throughout the a particular local area network, and generally it's served within a department or within an organization. So certain example is like student computer labs or network inside your home. Some inside in the office is treated as a local area network. When we say wide area network, it's a long distance, long range network which covers a small city or state or countries, different types of area. And if we talk about wide area network with the perspective of across the world and different countries, so you can say it's a network of networks where it is covered all different small networks and create a huge network like this, where you may able to see that there is a computer lab network, there is a your home network, or there is another network in the in another country, and these all networks are connected through a wide area network, and uh, that becomes a part of a huge network. So it is to be said wide area network, and it might be spread across the countries and states. So these are some of the technologies to establish wide area network: ISDN and T carrier, frame relay, ATM, SONET. These are the certain categories which is used to form wide area network. And the most popular example of broadband cable network is for WAN, because it spread across the cities. And you can say cable TV network is also, you can say, uh, spread across the city, or dish TV network is spreading across the cities. So this is the another example of wide area network. So you may able to see in this diagram also that example, that cable company is having a main cable is fiber optic cable, which is connected through satellite using some dish, and this fiber optic cable can be further converted with the a small network with the coaxial cable, and now those coaxial cable is provide links to different cities and different home and different building, and in different buildings uh, this will connected with some computers and TV and other devices, and establish a huge network of cable TV. So it's a very good example of wireless and wired combination of network, where this network is providing wireless network through satellite network, and afterwards when it receive signal from satellite, then rest of the network is wired network. It started from fiber optic cable, and then converted into coaxial cable when data needs to transfer to the. So in a combination of that, you will achieve a optimized performance with lesser cost as compared to if you need to establish whole network with the optical fiber. So uh, you may choose different cables as per the requirement of data speed which you just wanted to deliver to the different user. And then on the basis of the size, uh, we talked about there are two categories of network on the basis of size. One is peer-to-peer, another one is client server. In peer-to-peer network, we can say there is a work group which is connected with the uh, particular groups or in a particular organization. There is no hierarchy of the computer in peer-to-peer network. All the computers are at the same level. All the computers are equal. And generally, in such a scenario, no administrator is required to administer the network. All computers are the connected for information sharing and for hardware and software sharing amongst them. Next, the advantages of the peer-to-peer, because uh, it it does not have any hierarchy, so it not required complex configuration. It is low cost network, and the most advantageous thing is all users are having full accessibility of the network. Disadvantages are you may have duplicate resources and the duplicate files in this network, and it is very difficult to uphold security policy in such a scenario, because in this network your whole network is at the same level, and everyone is the administration of having administration of their own computers, so it is difficult to uphold security policy. And last one is because there is no administration, so it is difficult to handle the uneven load over the network. So where peer-to-peer network is appropriate, where 10 or less users are there, no specified service policy is there, and security is not a big issue in scenario. So and there is only limited growth in the foreseeable future. So in such a scenario, it is most appropriate. Generally, in a small network where 5 or 10 users are there, a small area is required. And when security is not a big issue, these are the certain uh, points where we should establish peer-to-peer network. Then the next is client-server network, where we need to establish a workstation for the client computer, and we must require some server also. So those server also run on network operating system, and all the clients are compulsorily connected with the server. And now we need an administrator also to create different user group, apply security policy on different user groups, and uh, provide a performance and the reliability to different users. And these are the server which is managed by the network administrator, and apply different policies on those networks. And these are the scenario in network client server architecture. And then we can have a multiple client server architecture like 2 tier, 3 tier, n tier on the basis of the requirement. And when we talk about advantages of client server network, because it facilitates resource sharing, so centrally administrate this, and backup and fault tolerance can be handled in more organized way in client server network administration, and it provide a greater security as compared to peer-to-peer network, because now the administrator can apply security policy from server to client in a different manner. So all the user needs to follow those security policies. It support more user in peer as compared to peer to peer. In peer to peer, we need to have a small user group, but in client server, you can scale up number of user as a whole. When we talk about disadvantage of client server network, the most important disadvantage is it a high cost of the server, because server establishment and server softwares are much more costly. And the second disadvantage is it need expert uh, person to configure the network. And another thing is that it is a single point server management. So if that point is fail, your system can fail. So these are the biggest disadvantage of client server network. And then the next topic is the topology, which we cover in the next lecture.